Hi, my name is Ray. I'm the chef here at Hillside. Today we're going to be doing tandoori chicken breast, turmeric cauliflower, saffron basmati rice, chickpea cake for a vegan option, and also coconut panna cotta with berry compote for dessert. Yeah, we're going to be doing a panna cotta right now. This dessert must be done ahead of time for at least 4 hours, but for the maximum result, it should probably be done the night before. What we have here is coconut milk, sugar, cornstarch, vanilla extract, almond extract, and a berry mix. Now that the pan is hot, we're gonna pour all the coconut milk in there. We'll add the sugar. Almond extract. And vanilla extract. And bring up to a boil. And also we don't use any gelatin. So if you're a vegan or vegetarian, you can also enjoy this dessert. So while we wait for the cream to get hot, we're gonna prepare the slurry. Slurry means cornstarch and water. As you can see now, it's starting to boil. You can add the slurry to it. And just to make sure, you have to keep stirring it. Otherwise, it will get clumpy. And you can just turn off the heat and keep stirring it. We're gonna put this dish into the muffin pan. First, put a Pam spray on it. Just a little bit, you don't need a whole lot. Okay, now we'll put it in the fridge. Now we're gonna be doing the berry compote. We're gonna heat up the pan here. We put a little bit of sugar. So the berry compote, this is the finished product of the panna cotta. All you gotta do, you can just put the berry compote right on top of it. There we go.
Howdy, my name is Daniel Johnson. I'm a chef up at Northside Cafe, and I will be making the tandoori chicken. First off, I want to start off by saying we got the chicken, we've got our spices, which is a gram masala, a smoked paprika, and then we have salt and pepper. So I'm gonna first start off by getting some gloves. All right, make sure it's dry. Thank you so much. All right, let me put a little seasoning on there. Oh, I'm gonna need a little more. And usually you wanna put your seasonings on about an hour before you cook it so it can get good and marinated in there. And I've already got my pan heated up so I can get it pan seared, and then we're gonna toss it in the oven. All right. All right, so now that I got all my seasonings on there, make sure I get it all rubbed on there. All right, now that I got my pan hot, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in there. All right, and then I'm gonna put them in there when it's already sizzling because my pan's hot. And we're gonna let that get a nice little caramelization on there. All right, double check the bottom. All right, now we're gonna throw it in the oven, and we wanna make sure that we have an internal temperature of 165 degrees. All right, we put it on the sheet pan, and then I'm gonna walk over here and put it in the oven. All right, and next we are going to do our curried cauliflower. We've got a head of cauliflower, we have our garam masala, and we have our turmeric. And together these spices will make a curry. All right, so we're gonna first start off with the cauliflower, and we're gonna cut it down the middle. And then what we're going for is we want triangles so that we can have two flat surfaces so we can sear them off. And let's get a little bit more cauliflower off of here. All right, now that we got a nice little portion, we're gonna toss them in a bowl. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. And we're gonna add some of the garam masala to it. And a little bit of the turmeric. And we're gonna go ahead and toss these up. And then we'll get them seared off in the pan. And it turns that white into a beautiful, almost orange red. Yeah. Here, I'll bring it over here. All right. And like I said, we wanted two flat surfaces so then when we put it in the pan, it'll get nice evenly cooked. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put the oil in the pan. And then I'll go ahead and put the cauliflower in so we can get that seared up. All right, shouldn't take too much time at all. Got a hot pan already. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the pan and then get them in the oven. All right, just pulled the chicken out. Use the hot pad because the pan's extremely hot from being in the oven. And I always temp my chicken in two places to make sure I'm over that optimal temperature of 165.
So now we're doing the chickpea cake. We have garbanzo, we have chickpeas here. We have turmeric here, tandoori seasoning, same seasoning that we use for the chicken. We have tahini. We have lemon juice. We have garlic, potato flour, and parsley. We're gonna have to put this garbanzo in a food processor. You want the chickpeas to be semi-coarse, so you don't want to get it too fine. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice. tahini. Fresh garlic. A little turmeric seasoning. We have a tandoori seasoning. A little bit of salt. And we have potato flour here. So if you prefer regular flour, you could do that too. You can also do a chickpea flour. Now we have parsley. We'll just rough chop some parsley in there just to get some color. All right, that should be good. Now, this garbanzo, we use the canned garbanzo. So we save the garbanzo, the water from the can. We're gonna make a foam out of it. So we don't waste anything. Now we're gonna mix it. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in there. And the texture should be pasty. And you can mold it. You can use the measuring cup, or you can use the ice cream scoop, however you want it. It doesn't really matter, as long as you can mold it that way. Now we're gonna sear them in a hot pan right here. I'm gonna turn it on. Make sure you put quite a bit of oil in there, olive oil preferably. Make sure it's nice and hot. Now you can see this pan is super hot. Takes probably about 3 minutes for each side to get brown. All right, so now both sides are brown. We're gonna transfer it into a pan, and we're gonna cook it in the oven. So now we have this bean water out of the can. We saved that, and we're gonna use that as our sauce. Put a little pinch of salt in there. A little of that tandoori seasoning. And a little turmeric. Now, the easiest way to do it is a hand mixer. But if you, just in case you don't have a hand mixer at home, you can use a whisk, but it will be hotter. All right, so we want to start it off with slow, and then kind of tilt the bowl like this. And then gradually increase the speed on there. See, it's starting to foam. There you are. See the foam? So yeah, we have a pan with a hot oil here. We're gonna deep fry some of the garbanzo, whatever is left in that can. We're gonna deep fry it in there. Get it nice and crispy. And we'll use it for garbanzo crumbles. You throw that the garbanzo in there. Make sure you drain it. Make sure you pat it dry so the oil wouldn't splash on you. Brown over here. You're gonna transfer that. And we're gonna chop it. Add a little salt in there. Kind of mix it up. And that's your garbanzo crumbles. So right now we're going to be making the saffron basmati rice. Okay, we have basmati right here, and we have saffron here. So saffron is the is actually the what is it called, the threads of the flour called saffron crocus, and as basmati is coming from the India. So we're going to do that in a pan. So the ratio on basmati rice is 1 cup of rice and 1.5 cup of water. One. Okay. We're going to let it boil. When it's boiling, we're going to turn the fire off. We're going to cover it up, let it cook for another half hour, and the rice should be done. Now we have a finished product here. So I separate a little bit of the rice here so we can mix it up with the saffron. So we have two colors on the rice. So we're going to be plating the chickpea cake right now. So we can cut it in half at an angle. So 2 cakes per plate should be plenty. So you're going to see like that. Cauliflower here. Now the curry foam right in the, and you have a nice day.
Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoy it.